or welcome back to another video. So I was about to go do a workout when my son was like, "Whoa, mom, are you doing a video?" And I thought, you know what? Yeah, I look kind of cute. Let me do it. So here I am today. I'm just going to be talking about emptiness, the feeling of emptiness, and how sometimes you feel kind of hopeless or almost like you can't make the changes that you want to make, and how we can shift our thought process in those moments. So some people go through life with this feeling of emptiness, like this disconnection. It's not even so much that they're sad or that they're depressed or that there's anything wrong. It's more of a feeling of, I just can't connect to anything. And especially with the state of the world right now, with everything seeming like it's in, alarm mode and everybody's on high alert or being hyper vigilant, it can also feel like we're just not able to keep up because our central nervous system, the thing that I keep talking about, is being overridden or overburdened by all the stressful things that are being, disclosed to us, or the things that we're just experiencing on a day-to-day basis. So when we're having trouble connecting or feeling so disconnected, sometimes we can feel like, what can we do to make this shift? What can we do to make this feel a little bit better? So I know for me, whenever I'm going through that kind of feeling, I always want to know why am I feeling like this, and how can I shift it, right? So sometimes the thing about it is, it's not. So one of the things that I do to try to connect to myself is to name what I'm feeling. Now, it's not about, self-criticism, like, what is no, oh my God, what wrong with me, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way? It's more of like, the start off at the point where there's nothing wrong with you, right? You're trying to figure things out. You are doing the work to make sure that you are feeling better and that you are doing better, right? So you want to ask the question and name the feeling. So just like how, a thief comes in the night and kind of hides in the shadows and stuff like that, these thoughts and these feelings or these latent beliefs will stay in your consciousness and rob you of your life force. So you want to be able to name it and say, okay, gotcha. You are abandonment, or you are the feeling of lack, or the feeling of hopelessness, or the feeling of disconnection, or whatever it is you want to name it. And once you give it a name, it has less power. So you want to be able to reduce the feeling, because remember, the thoughts that are going through your head, they create the feelings, and the feelings and the thoughts are not necessarily what the truth is, right? So you want to be able to grab a hold of it and say, ha, gotcha. Now, the next thing you want to do is practice a bit of mindfulness. Why is the camera switching in and out of focus like that? Anyway, right, camera, you want to focus on presence. You want to focus on mindfulness, meaning that you want to be able to feel what you're feeling in your body, right? You want to feel your physical feelings. If you feel this, okay, so for example, you're having this thought, right? You're feeling disconnected. There's no love. You're not surrounded by love. You're not happy. You're just meh, right? And you're trying to figure out, okay, why am I feeling this way? And you've named it, oh, this is me now feeling almost hopeless because maybe something happened. You can figure out a situation or not. Maybe it's just you're generally tired or overstimulated, and you've decided, okay, I've named the feeling, I feel overstimulated. So now you want to be able to feel what that feels like in your body, so that whenever the feeling comes up, you can name it and you can say, okay, this is what is happening, this is what I'm feeling, this is what my pattern is, this is what I will do. And so now you can say, okay, inside my body I feel pressure to connect to people, or I feel anxiousness, I feel neediness, I feel tiredness, maybe I feel like I want to eat more, whatever it is. And then you just take control of it, just observe it without being too critical, because everybody goes through these feelings. So the final piece of the puzzle is to meditate and just think about what you can do to shift your feelings, right? And I know it's like journal, meditate, gratitude. And I get it. These things, they do work though. They really do. You just have to keep on practicing them, because the Western way is to just continue beating your body, beating your mind, and just have no time to figure yourself out. It's called self-abandonment. And so maybe the feeling that you're having right now is that you're abandoning yourself. And maybe you just need a little bit more time with yourself, right? So you want to meditate and just take time to observe yourself and to figure out what you can do a little bit differently in your day so that you can feel a little bit better and feel a little bit more connected to yourself. Maybe you need to sit down and just stop. Maybe you need a little bit of stillness. Maybe you need a little bit of a conversation. Maybe you need to go hug your mom or your dad. Maybe you need to live in a little more love energy or abundance mindset. Maybe you need to be able to oomph it up a little bit more. Maybe elevate your frequency, because maybe you've just been in the wrong company or the wrong environment, or maybe you just need a moment. So look, the effects of emotional neglect, whether you're doing it to yourself or it's something that from your early childhood you've had effects from, they are common. They show up in a lot of people, but a lot of the times they go unnoticed, right? Since your early emotions were ignored or whatever it is for you, you might find you are ignoring yourself, or that you're just abandoning yourself, and you just need a little more time to figure out who you are, like who you are, and work with it, right? So feeling disconnected from yourself can lead to the feeling of emptiness or hopelessness, and like, what am I doing this for? Why am I here? What is the deal here, right? So take the time, cut out the time, because this is essential for you, right? To just name the feeling, sit quietly, let the thoughts drift by, just let them, like wild children, let them run about, right? Because so feeling disconnected, whether it's from yourself or from society, from your family, or from whatever it is that you're feeling disconnected from, it can make you really feel empty inside. But you do have the power to change this feeling, right? You can always sit with it, name it, get control of it, and then shift it. All right. So if you are rocking with this kind of content, if you are liking the mindset and, thought process kind of content, then definitely go ahead and subscribe, because again, I'm going to keep pumping these out and I want to be in the algorithm. And as I always say, guys, be good to yourself. That is so essential. Be good to yourself. Find a way to figure out how to like yourself. And because this is the only person that you have to live with is you, right? So be good to yourself, be good to each other, be balanced and be blessed, and find some bliss, and also try to bloom, try to grow, especially in your stillness. And I will see you for the next video. Subscribe, like, and share this video with somebody who needs to know that it's normal. It happens to everyone. You can feel a little bit disconnected, but you can also reconnect. See you guys next time.
The luxury breathing, but I don't think I'm living. Yeah, my mama be tripping, saying you acting different.